And now I want to show you the 3 super cheap secret weapons that I have at my studio. And I use these things a lot. It looks like a pile of junk here, but really it does some cool stuff. So first, let's talk about these foam feet. These are just some Orlex microphone stand feet. You put the stand of like a tripod microphone stand right in here. They've actually updated these to basically split this like this, and you can actually sneak it around like a circle base microphone stand. But these guys are great for putting underneath the feet of floor toms. I want to say I get about 3 times the sustain out of my floor tom when I put it on these guys. It takes a little bit of kind of setting up and positioning, but they work really well for that floor tom. For microphones, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really played with them that much to really tell if they work great or just okay, but I'm sure they make a difference. They're amazing on floor tom. For the next item, I have this box that my guitar tech built for me. It's basically a $10 transformer inside, and it's wired up to an outlet. And so basically what this is doing is this plugs into a regular outlet in the wall, and then this power here is stepped down. So here in the United States, our power is somewhere between, say 120 and 126, depending on a good day or bad day or time of day even. It's somewhere around 120, somewhere in that range. And this steps it down to, say, 108 or so. And what this is doing is simulating the power supply that would have been present in the late 1950s. So really old amps, they go through this guy because I want to make sure that the plates on my tubes aren't being run at too high a voltage. The amp tech built this because the plates on my Lafayette tube, the LA75, were about 100 volts too hot. We plugged it into this guy and they lowered 100 volts. So that definitely made a difference. It saved my tubes, and it kind of acts like a hum reduction system. So I wouldn't recommend trying to wire this yourself. Definitely ask a guitar tech or a technician at a music store. This is a great tool. It's pretty basic build. Okay, it's just a transformer, but it's been a great tool and a great way to clean up guitar tone. Now my next thing is really a alteration to an Xlr cable. So what I'm doing is applying a resistor between pin 2 and 3, and what this does is basically simulates the circuit that the preamp is actually running at about 500 ohms instead of 1200 ohms. And what this is supposed to be doing is calming the tension on the diaphragm of like an SM57 or other dynamic mics. Basically, you're trying to emulate older preamps and trying to kind of tame some of the high frequencies. And what this does is there's actually a slight resonance that happens on the diaphragm of the SM57, and it basically just smooths it out. Now, I'm not a scientist. I haven't done a million tests on this to say for sure that's what's happening, and you may know more than I do on the topic, but I do know that it makes a difference. And over multiple instances within tracks, if I do multiple dynamic microphones, I'm pretty sure this would really make a big difference. So this is another really cool thing. You can look this up too. You could look it up as impedance mod for SM57. I'm sure the links will come up for this kind of thing. So this is really cool. So these are my 3 super cheap secret weapons in my studio. Definitely check out a technician for both of these 2, and then these you can find online. You may have to buy a pack of these, but in the end, these are for around $10 for just the 3. So I hope this helped, and I'll see you next week.